What is going on, guys? We are back, and it is a party on here today. We have a happening server. We got Non-Sanity, Blizz, me, and that dude Chaos all on here, having a good time. And I actually have some great news for you guys. We're going to be doing some building upstairs today. Probably not the building you're expecting, but we are going to be doing some building like I promised. But first, I want to go over how we finally have some stored energy. And this is great. I made 6 more advanced solar generators and we still weren't getting any. And so I knew there was something wrong. I upgraded all the cables. So now we have the best cables in the game. It was the ultimate universal cables. These things, there's no way they're going to get backed up by the advanced solar generators we have out there. And I still wasn't getting power in here. So I went through the whole system and I found out that down here, these electrolytic separators were burning through power faster than they could even get it. Okay, and 3 of them doing that was ruining our energy. So I did some minor tweaks to the whole setup back here, and it turns out all I had to do was change the hydrogen. Let me in here. Here we go. The hydrogen and the oxygen tanks were both dumping excess, and that's because I was worried that if one of them got full, it would prevent the other one from being used or generating it. But the truth is, the hydrogen chloride is always going to be on idle, because once we fill up with hydrogen chloride, you're good. Okay, it doesn't matter if this is idle or dumping excess or whatever. If this is full, it's not going to affect anything else. So once the hydrogen gets full, I had dumping excess, but we can actually have it idle, because even though that will halt oxygen production, we're going to have to use the hydrogen once this hydrogen chloride starts getting used, which will start happening before the purifying factory is brought into effect. So the minute we put things in for the first into the chemical infuser or chemical injection chamber, it's going to start using hydrogen chloride, which will then start using hydrogen to refill the hydrogen chloride, allowing oxygen production. So assuming that we don't use a bunch of oxygen before we start using hydrogen chloride, we should be fine on this. So now both of those, or actually all 3, are just on idle, so that we're not burning through all of the gas that we have when we're not even using it. So I think everything should be good now. We actually have power, and it generates at a pretty decent rate when it's daytime out, at least. So I'm pretty happy about that. And now I can actually go and recharge my stuff. I had to be careful about recharging before because I didn't have that much energy to go around, because all of it was just being thrown into thin air with the dumping excess gas. So you might notice my bed is down here now, and that is because if we look up, we can see the sun now. It's perfectly above us, perfectly midday. And that is because I have scrapped everything up here, and I just started lining this over here with these stone bricks. And what we're going to be doing is pretty much making this just a solar farm. Now, if you guys have ever seen Ethos, it was one of his modded series on Mindcrack. He started making bases that were strictly underground. He didn't have anything above ground. He would just use like a nether portal or something to get down to his base, and that was that. And that's really what I want to do, because I mean, this is the first series that I've been doing in modded Minecraft where I've really progressed well with the, technology mods and stuff. I've never really done that before, and I'm really enjoying it. And I feel like this type of base suits it a little bit more, and I really haven't had any inspiration for what to make. So what we're going to do is I'm going to make a solar farm up here, and we'll have, our solar evaporation plants, because we're obviously going to have to make more of these, and all of that will be up here connecting to this floor down here for all the mechanism stuff. And then I'm just going to branch off. So we'll dig in this direction, maybe dig down a little bit. We could make something below this floor. We could, do some more of these little areas for certain processing things, all that good stuff. We can move the teleporter. And any mod that we want to have, we can have its own little room for it. And I think that'll look really cool. So today we're going to finish up here and make this look nice and good. And what I want to do is I want to make this, I think we can make, let's see if we can make it too high. So if we can have it too high and then line the edges with these. And what that'll allow us to do is always have flat ground to build these on, so that we'll be able to, hopefully, I think this should be set up correctly so that we can min-max the space we have up here and get as many solar panels as we want. So what I want to do is I want to line everything with this right here, make it too high, and then we'll put solar panels up here, spread out, and then I'm going to put like an elevator or a hatch right here so that if we do need to come up here, we can. But the way that we're going to get out of the base, I think, will be through a teleporter, just because I think that seems pretty cool. So we'll do that. And I'm going to have to be a little bit careful with how we cover up these wires and cables right here. So we actually don't want to block here. We want to leave this open, and I'm going to have to go around here and line the edges because I don't want those to be visible. And what we're going to do is I guess we'll just continue piping the power down over here, and so we'll just run the cable up here eventually. I am going to need more stone though, but I cooked a bunch of stone for today. And yeah, so we'll line it like this. And what I want to do eventually is I did cut like a one wide space here. I do want to bring the dirt back down eventually so it looks like it's built into the terrain, just because I don't want it to look like it's standing out so much, since I guess that would just kind of bother me. So we got all this stone down here, all this nice power right over here. Oh, it's so nice seeing that finally full again, especially because this thing looks really cool when it's full. And I was a little disappointed when I found out that the energy cubes, they light up based on how much power they have. So if that has no power, it doesn't have a cube in it. And it's pretty opaque if you only have like half the power in there. But once you get full, oh man, then it really starts glowing, boys. Okay, so we're building around this, and yeah, we can pull this stuff in here. I might even put a door on one of these walls so that we can get out up here if we need to. But I really don't know which wall I'd want to do that on, and for now it's fine. We're not actually really leaving our base that much. I don't know why we need to come out into the outside world. It's pretty much like my life. Like, there's no reason to leave my room. I mean, except to get food, which is essentially why I leave in this game, is because I don't have a farm yet for food, which I've been meaning to do. So it's in line with this right here. So that is where the power is going to go. And now we need to break all these. It's going to halt our power production for a little bit, but you'll also notice out here I was missing like 1 or 2 cables. So I did use some Elite Universal. A little disappointed in myself, but thankfully we have this wrench now, so we can just wrench all this. We can actually wrench all of these. No need to break any of it. And no, it's in select mode. That's not what we want. How do we change it? How do I change this? Oh, we just right click without shifting. Okay. It's a little confused. I thought I stayed shifted the whole time. That always freaks me out, that name tag down there. I always think it's someone at my base. I think it's Non-Sanity coming to prank me back. Because I'm afraid. I came on here, I was getting snowballs randomly, and I thought that might have been him because he said it was going to be a subtle prank. And I was like, yo, does he have something giving me snowballs every once in a while, filling up my inventory? I also came on here once and I had like full power, and my base is not normally chunk loaded. So I was like, was someone over here? So I'm a little bit paranoid that he's been, you know, around my base. I don't know. If he's watching this, I'm keeping my eye out for you, Non-Sanity. I'm ready. I'm alert, okay? Okay, we can't even pick these up because they don't stack. Is there anything we can drop? We can drop the dirt. I really don't want these to despawn. Okay, let's put a chest. We can just put like a chest down over here and throw some of these in it. And it's becoming nighttime too. We gotta kind of finish this up. Just put this dirt down right there because it's useless. Hopefully people will be able to sleep again. Let's see. We'll wait until it's fully nighttime. Yep, there we go. Okay, so we got to figure out how we're going to do this then. We're going to wire the power in over here with these cables. And I'll clean this up outside eventually. So we wire it in right here. And then if we want to put these like, how do we put these? So we can put them literally just like that, perfectly on the edge. And then the next closest one can be right there. So if we want to line the edges like that, I guess that would be fine. And eventually I'll figure out like the perfect way. Oh man, this isn't the right size. Okay, eventually I'll expand this, but right now it's like just the right size to match, I guess. Yeah, sort of, maybe. Wait, so this is one over on that side and this is too short. Here's what we'll do so that my OCD doesn't go crazy. We'll do this. We got to break all of these. Damn it. The right clicking. There we go. Okay, so we'll move both of these in once so that they'll stay spaced out, but they'll actually look okay from above. And there we go. Okay, so now they actually look okay from above. So that is good. Non-Sanity has a sleeping bag, so let's see if he can sleep. You mind sleeping again? It's pretty much like it's really important that I'm able to sleep, and unfortunately we have one too many guys here on the server right now for me to sleep. If you have 33%, oh, okay, everyone's got me. Let's throw them some love. Everyone's got me. Okay, so now we can start lining these. I'm thinking the best way to do it would probably be like this, running power along like that, and then most likely running it along like this. And I'm gonna have to see how we do further power. Like obviously we're gonna start putting them in the center. So the best way to do it might actually be to run it like this. And then I'll just get rid of these other extra cables so that we have some room in the center. And now we're going to do that again on this side, and I think we should have just enough. I don't know how many solar panels we actually have right now for this side. So we can throw these down. Okay, so we're going to need to figure out another way to put these down, because we have a lot more solar panels. I did not realize how many solar generators we had. I keep switching the names. Solar panel, solar generator. They're both. They will always and forever be both. And you know what? We can actually place them the other direction now. Oh, I can't do it. I can't do it. I placed them wrong, guys. I placed them wrong. And you'll know what I mean in 1 second. Okay, so here's what we do. We place them like this now. We do that. 2, 2, 2, and 2. And now we come on this side and we place them down. Oh, they're too close. I'm bad. We gotta branch these out 1. I bet you guys are having a buttload of fun right now. So much fun. Okay, so that's branched out right there. So this one needs to be branched out right here, 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 and here. Okay, now we're good to go, boys. We can place these down for like the 10th time. There we go. And now we can come across and put the other ones down. And then we can see how this looks. I think it'll look pretty cool because it'll just be like the overhead of our base is all solar panels. Okay. So if we do this on both sides, we'll probably be pretty close. I think that looks pretty sweet. Okay, so now we got to come over here and do the same thing again. Sorry that we have to keep pulling these up and putting them back down. It's pretty boring, I assume. And are we going to have enough of this cable? We're going to need to make a little bit more. Oh, we ran out. Gosh darn it. Oh, you know what? We can min-max because we're never going to use that one right there, and we're never going to use it on this side either. So let's break that so we can get in there and get rid of this. And I think that should give us enough for now. I don't think we're going to be able to connect all of our solar generators today, but now that I've fixed that whole power issue, we're actually in a pretty good spot to not even have all of them connected right away. So place that. And I'll have to figure out then how to get, like, fill in these areas. And I think we should be pretty good. We won't need many more solar panels for the time being. Okay, so how many extra do we have? We have 3 extra right now. And it'll probably end up being, like, right here. And, like, I don't even know. We might put just 1 in the center then, because this doesn't seem like it's an effective space. Oh, you know, we can put some over here. Okay. So we could just be like, can we fit 1 in here? No. Okay, so we need to break this. Okay, rip ceiling. And I guess we just put 1 right there. And until we expand, I'll have to next time calculate how I'm going to do this. But, okay, so this is how it'll stay for now. We have 2 solar panels that aren't being used, but whatever, it's fine. I think we're generating enough power with these. And now we need to figure out how we want to cover these up. I think what we can do is just this. Just run this along the side. And then we can put dirt over that. Just so that if we ever do, you know, line things with cables or pipes in here, there's actually not just dirt behind it. And right here, I'll cover this up later. I don't feel like covering it up now. And over here, just put some dirt around this so that it's flush with the ground. Leave it like that and go to the other side and do the same thing. Where was it? Was it right here? I think it was right here. Okay, so we gotta break all this then. Man, this thing is so fast. I love it. It's so strong. And then I'll just use like some carpenter's blocks or something to make this look a little bit nicer so it's not super boxy. But the way I'm pretty much playing this right now is like not many people are going to be seeing the outside of our base, so why do I really care what it looks like? Is essentially how I'm treating this, which probably isn't the best way to treat it, but I've never been one for building fancy things. I always try and I sometimes get inspired and then I just kind of lose it. Like, I'm just, I'm done. And then eventually I'll have to figure out what I'm doing with this, but you know what, we can just cover this with dirt right now, because I did say that I wanted to make this sort of eventually flush with the landscape. And then we got to fix over here a little bit. Do we have dirt on me? No, I guess we'll fix that later, because I kind of tossed all of the dirt out that I had. All the dirt I could use, I kind of threw it away. So what we can do now, did I get rid of all of my carpenter's blocks? No, I used them to make doors. That's right. I used them to make that one carpenter's door. So what I'm going to do is make another carpenter's hatch for right there. You know what? Eventually I'll make an elevator, but I'll make a carpenter's hatch for now, just because I don't have any ender pearls, and I could make some with my blaze rods in a mithrylene furnace, but I don't trust going to Non-Sanity's base because I don't trust him. So I'll go there later when I have protection and I feel safe. Especially not when he's on, though. I don't trust going over there when he's on here. He'll kill me, and then he'll take my stuff and do horrible things to my dead body. So throw that down there, and we'll just put this here. And it looks 10 times better. It's actually not even noticeable, but that's fine. Okay, and we got full power, obviously, which means that I actually can throw on some of this suit now that we gain power. I have diamond armor on right now. This is actually better than this suit. And apparently there were... Actually, I won't put this on because Brink was saying that there were some glitches or something that people were having with this suit. And I am also really afraid of the jumping killing me. So... But what I think we're going to do now is we're going to expand when we do expand in this direction. So I want to move these two things. And what we can do is that this is the center right here. We can break this. And... break these blocks, and I actually want to use, I've used them before, I want to use some factory blocks. I know I've been using a lot of stone right now, but I want to get into the factory blocks, which are really cool. I don't know how well they'll match the stone, so I might need to alter pretty much everything in our base, but these are the factory blocks, and I believe the base factory block is right here, so it takes stone and iron. That's not bad, we have a lot of both of those. So stone and iron, and we don't need these anymore. I think it was like this with the stone on the outside. Yes, okay. So we'll make a bunch. And the best part is that these don't look super great to start. I have used that texture before, but I don't think they look as good as they could. And then you can just grab these blocks and some of these, and we can try messing around with some of these. I may change the floor to these because I really like this one right here, the wireframe. But what I was thinking is you could do something like this for the doorway. And then maybe... Oh, you know what? I think I destroyed the friggin' saw. Ugh. Means we gotta make another one. It's not super annoying to make, but it's not the greatest. Because you got all these extra stone rods then. And who uses that? Like, for anything other than the saw. But we can do this. Cut these up and then put these on the floor below it. So it's like caution tape-ish. So let's see how this looks. I like how that looks. And then up here, here's what we'll do. We'll do this. We'll put these in for the corners up here, and then I'll put like carpenter's blocks in at this corner so that it's like a little bit curved. And what we can do is build back in here a little bit. And I should turn this to normal. There we go. Okay. So I'm just going to do this, and then I think we'll call it. I don't know how long the episode's been, but we'll call it then, because this is going to take a little bit. So we can do this like every few blocks. We can put it like this. And we're getting close to the surface, which is why I eventually want to kind of go down. Huh. Do I want to go down now? Yeah, I should probably, we'll just work on, we'll change this floor up right now, actually. We'll do that. We'll put this factory block in for the floor. What I want to do, though, is I want to go down so that I don't have to constantly worry about running into the surface, because if I want to make like a lofted ceiling or a relatively big room, then I have to worry that I'm going to accidentally like cut through the dirt into the surface, and then I have to go up to the surface and cover it up with something that doesn't look natural, and it's just a hassle. And what we can also do is, instead of using torches now, we can finally go through and replace them with glowstone nooks. The only thing is going to be covering up the center of the room. Did I just break? Oh, I just broke the hatch. Ouch. Oh, you know what? It wasn't that I broke the hatch, it just can't stay there. Okay. Need to be very careful that I don't. Oh, you know what? It's actually fine, because I'm not going to break any of these cables, because they take so long to break. For the first time in ever. Oh, damn it. I broke the digital miner, boys. That breaks really fast, unfortunately. You'd think something that was that big would not break so fast. Okay, so we can start. We'll put these down below where the digital miner was first, just because we need to put that back down. And I think we put it right there. Yeah, I think that should be fine. And then we'll see. The wall blocks might need to be changed too, but I think this stone will work pretty okay with these. I really like the way these look on the floor. I think they look really cool. I've used these a lot, so hopefully you guys don't mind if you've been watching my videos for a while. I use these in mod sauce, and I actually used these in my base during witchery, I think, when we were doing the witchery mod with the Mindcrack pack, the like PvP pack. I used them in eventually in my base in there too. I just love them. They're so good. Okay, so we can take a step back and look at how this looks in 1 second, and we can start lighting up the base. Oh, I actually have more that I can chisel. Cool. I thought we were going to have to make more. Okay, will this get us through the rest of the base? Probably not. Probably not. I'll just try and get the outside done. Will it? No. Definitely won't. We'll be close. We'll have to make 32 more, should cover it. And then we will have completely overhauled our basement. This is like the finishing touch of the basement overhaul. Like the last few episodes, I've been talking about like redoing the basement, and we've redone a lot of aspects of it. But this is like the finishing touch, because I've been redoing all the machines and everything. And now we redid upstairs, and now we redone the floor, and essentially everything that needs to be redone. Okay, so this is it. Now we just need to replace the hatch here. And we need, that's borderless. We need the stone border glass. There we go. So this is the base now, guys. I think it actually looks really nice. I like this floor, and I really like this. I like the way this looks. I'll take suggestions on if you guys like these blocks or not, or if we need to change like the ceiling. But I actually really like the way this looks. It's looking more and more like a factory, except for this right here. This is purple. The purple teleporter. These blocks could at least make like a multi-block structure. Like these blocks look the same when they form the teleporter. They could at least blend together a little bit more. I mean, come on. I don't think it's too much to ask. But let's go through and make some glowstone nooks. All my glowstone is over in my chest though. My inventory is such a mess. I need to make some golden bags of holding. I think one piece of glowstone will do the job, because it makes so many glowstone nooks. So I think you cut it all the way down into it covers, and then you cut it over on the sides. Yes, that's what it's going to be. There we go. 32 glowstone nooks. These are great. I learned these from XP Crafted, because he used these all the time. They light up like the amount that a regular glowstone block would, but they only take up a very small amount of room. They will still block stuff if you're trying to like put things down, but obviously anything would, so there's no real way around that. And then you can just fit them in at like random places, like right in the middle here, to make sure that our base is fully lit up. And I will have to move this chest eventually. I'll have to figure out where I want to put it. I should have some room in here though that's just for like random storage. And then I can put them right here and right here. And what would be directly across from that? Right here. Gotta have perfect symmetry. And which block was that? I can't even remember. It's one we're standing on. So right there. So let's see if we break these torches now, how the light levels are looking down here. F7. Okay, so it's a little sketchy right in the center, but we can throw some lights down right here and right here. And it looks like everything's good now. Obviously we need to worry about over here. Maybe I'll just throw some torches down so that nothing spawns here until we fully finish this. Because I do AFK in the base, and I don't need anything spawning on me. Okay, so we're going to call it there today, guys. I don't know how long the episode was. I assume it was a decent length. Might have been slightly boring because it's just a little bit of redecorating of the base, but I'd love to hear your opinions on it. And yeah, if you have any suggestions on other blocks to do, stupid glitchy blocks, feel free to put those in the comments. I will test all of them out. And you guys have been awesome with the comments, great with the feedback. Both the Primus guys and all my subs have been phenomenal with the comments. I've been getting great advice, just fun comments. I love responding to them, so I will try my best. As long as you guys have the reply option enabled, there is an option in Google Plus where sometimes I can't reply to your comments, which would be why I don't. I reply to every comment that has the option to reply to it. So if I don't reply, you should check that your Google account might not have replies enabled. I know that I don't know exactly how you do that, but I know that that is the issue. So thanks for watching though, guys. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to give it a like. It really helps me out, and I will talk to you guys later.